Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you are new here. If you are new here, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like if you're happy with it, or feel free to comment as well. So I'm sure you have noticed that I have been away for a few weeks. Here in Queensland, Australia, which is where I'm located, there's been quite a few public holidays around the Easter Anzac Day, and then I had to go in for surgery, so preparing for that. But I am back and I've got so many videos planned over the next few weeks. So you'll see them back up again on the Thursday, Friday, just depending on how my editing goes and whether the software cooperates with me. But yeah, so I'm back, yay! But today's video is going to be a short one. I wanted to go through a bit of the biology of the nail. So taking us back to biology class, high school biology. Don't know how many of you did that. I did do it, but I honestly can't remember much about it. So I'm going to take you through the biology of the actual nail and what happens inside the nail. As well as talking about some of the myths and I suppose comments that I get in my salon when it comes to nail health, and also how to look after your nails as well. So let's get on with the video. First of all, I do want to just start off by saying, please do not judge my cuticles. These are not what they normally look like. I have purposely not been oiling them so that I can show you some of the aspects of the nail that won't really come up very well if they are moisturized. So yeah, please do not judge my cuticles. But let this sort of show you what happens when you don't oil your cuticles. As you can see, they are very dry, lots of bits sticking up. I've had to sort of trim the sides because I'm getting quite a few hangnails and everything. So yeah, so please oil your cuticles. All right, so let's start this biology lesson. So this here is, as I said, your finger. All right. So you've got your free edge, as your nail tech will probably call it. So this is the part that they will trim and file to get it into shape. Then you've got your body of your nail. Then over here, some nails you can see them, some nails you can't. But there's sort of like a white half moon up by the cuticles. That's actually supposed to be there, so don't freak out. That's just part of the nail growth as it comes out. So, and then you've got your cuticle over here, and then your side walls. So I'm not going to use all of these technical terms. I'm just going to keep it very simple. So then going into the inside of your nail, as you can see here. So this is everything that's happening in your nail. The only thing that's not on here is the hypernychium. Now the hypernychium is this piece of skin over here that attaches to the nail. And that's something that can be nicked quite often. If a nail tech is trimming your nails, you might find that they might nick it. One of the things that to prevent that, if you find that yours grows out quite a lot, is just when you're in the shower, when it's nice and soft, just get your nail under there, or you can use one of these. They're very easy to come by at beauty stores, and you can just push the hypernychium back so that it is back into place, tucked up underneath the nail over here. So you've got, your body of your nail. So this is the area that your nail tech works on, all right? Where all your product goes, everything like that. Then you've got your cuticle is just over here. It's a very small area over here. Then you've got the nail fold which is just the skin. The root of the nail is right underneath the skin, and then you've got the nail matrix. So for this video, we're going to focus more on the cuticle area and the root of the nail, as well as how it grows out and everything like that. We don't need to know any of the bone structure or anything like that. For the cuticle areas, I'll show you on my nails. So the cuticle is, I don't know if you can see it there, there's this line that goes around. So not the skin up here, there's a layer of skin that's attached to it. So that's the cuticle area there. Now your cuticle area acts very similar to your nose or your mouth. It prevents any germs or bacteria getting into your bloodstream or into your body via the cuticle area. So this is one of the reasons why it is very important to oil it and keep it healthy, because it acts like a seal over the top of your nail and it acts as a barrier. So like our nose, we have all the little hairs and everything in our nose that catches all the dirt, stuff like that. So this acts like a gate to prevent any nasty bacteria or anything like that getting into our nails. So part of the cuticle area, as you can see, let me give it a scratch. All of this here, I don't know if you can see that. This white stuff here, that's on the nail bed, that is all actually dead skin. So a lot of nail techs will use a sanding bit to remove that. So you can see it quite a lot here. I've got quite a lot on this side here. All of that I'm pushing out here, that is all dead skin. So what happens is as the nail grows out, it just gathers dead skin from the finger that is attached to the nail, and it just keeps growing out. So you'll see people who don't get their nails done or their cuticles done at all, you'll see that this dead skin is actually quite far out. So one of the things, if you get your nails done, is that this dead skin needs to be removed, because it does eventually come loose, which is what's happening in this part here. It comes loose off the nail bed, and you shed it like you shed any dead skin in any of your body. So if a nail extension or gel polish is attached to that part, is attached to this dead skin, then it will come loose as the body pulls that dead skin off. So the body, here it's called the body of the nail, is this area across here. So this is the area that a nail tech will file to then attach a extension or put gel polish over the top. One of the things that you need to be very careful of if you are a nail tech, or that you need to keep an eye on if you're going to see a nail tech, is how much they file this area down. One of the very common issues that I see come in my salon is that this has been filed down way too much, which means that the nail bed has been exposed, and it can cause damage or infection to the nail bed. What you need to keep in mind is that the nail is what is protecting. It acts like a bandage or a band-aid over the nail bed that is basically exposed skin. So if you were to look at your hand, and if you were to file down over your skin, you're going to cause damage and you're going to cause a rash or something like that. So the nail acts as a barrier against that skin, so that when we bump it or if we cut it, something like that, it is protecting that area of the body. All right. So if you are finding that this area, the nail is being filed down way too much, you're going to cause damage to the nail bed, and there's not going to be that protection, especially if you have someone, or if you are someone who pulls off your extensions. No. But if you have a habit of pulling off your extensions, or maybe you're very heavy with your hands, that you cause a lot of damage to the nail, it is so important to maintain that thickness of the nail so that you can maintain the health of your nail bed. All right. I have so many people come into my salon saying that their nails are so thin, everything like that, and that's because they have been overfiled constantly and the body has not had a chance to regenerate, because your nail grows from here. So it has to travel, as it grows, has to travel all the way across the nail bed, okay? So it has a long way to go. So if the nail is growing from here and it gets to over here, you get an infill and the nail tech files it down, all right? It's back to 0, okay? So then it has to grow out a little bit more, gets filed down, and it's back to 0, okay? So if you're finding that your nails are really thin and damaged from getting having extensions put on, it will be because, one, you are pulling the extensions off, or they are being pulled off instead of removed properly, or two, the nail is being filed down way too much. All that needs to happen is the bed of the nail needs to be roughed up, which you can do with a hand file or with a very light sanding bit on a very low speed. And all that does is it gives the acrylic something to grab onto when it is attached to the nail. There is no way that this needs to be filed down so that it's paper thin to then put in an extension over the top. So with having a salon, I get quite a few people come in with damaged nails, or something like that, because the previous tech has not done a very good job, either because they don't have the knowledge or they've just been taught wrong. So I'm not poo-pooing on any nail techs or anything like that, but just sort of telling you what I've seen. So as I said in the previous section, I get a lot of clients come in saying that their nails are thin and damaged, everything like that. One of the things that I suggest is to actually just not have acrylic over the top, just to put gel polish over the top, to allow the nail to then grow back. Then when they come in for an infill, I will remove the gel polish by soaking rather than filing it off. Then I will do my cuticle area, which doesn't damage the nail at all. Do my cuticle work so that the cuticles are nice and clean, and also damage free as well, because that's part of helping the nail to grow and to keep the roots of the nail healthy, is to make sure that this is nice and healthy and nice and sealed as well. So I will then remove the gel polish and then reapply it, giving the nail a chance to grow all the way back out. After that, then I will look at putting an extension on. You need to be very, very careful with very thin and very weak nails, because this is the most important area that needs to be maintained. This really is where everything comes from. Okay, so allowing this, the roots and the nail matrix to do their job and replenish the nail is the top priority when it comes to nail health as well. One of the most common things that is said to me as a nail tech, and you would have seen it all over the internet, everything like that, is that I need to have a break because my nails need to breathe. Okay. So first of all, your nails don't breathe. The nail, when it gets to this point growing out here, the nail's not alive. The alive part is over here, and all it's doing is it's pushing out. So when the nail grows from here, it grows in this direction here, and basically it just pushes all the other nail out. One of the things that you can tell that the nail is not alive is when you cut it, you don't feel it. All right. So if you cut the free edge over here, it doesn't hurt and you don't feel it at all because it's not alive. The only alive part is in underneath the skin in this area here. If you are finding that you need to take a break or your nails are damaged, it'll be from what I said previously, that they have been overfiled and they haven't been given a chance to grow back from the root and the matrix over here. Okay, so one of the things I wanted to show you is here. So this is a blood supply of the nail. So as you can see, yes, we have blood going into the finger, and it's going into the nail bed, as you can see here. But one of the things that it doesn't go into is the nail that sits on top. There's a blood supply that goes into the nail root and the matrix over here. Let me just zoom in. Yep, so I apologize for the quality of the image, but so there is a blood supply going into the root of the nail up here. So this is where the root and the matrix are. Then this part here, this blood supply is going into the nail bed, and so is this one over here. So there is no blood feeding into the actual physical nail body of the finger. All right, so let me, nope, that picture there. So that blood supply, so here's the matrix and the root. So that blood supply is coming up and into that area there. Then you've got another one coming up into the nail bed. All right. There are no blood supplies going into the actual physical nail area, or like the actual physical nail. Okay. Oh, let me zoom out. So when a client says to you that the nail needs to breathe, they want to have a break because the nail needs to breathe, maybe talk to them about putting just gel polish over the top, just so that it can help to keep the nail protected, especially if they're having issues with really thin nails. It acts like a band-aid and it'll help keep this area protected and minimize any additional damage that they may do to their finger as well. In saying that, I will be the first to admit that if a client says that to me, I suggest gel polish, but you will find that some people will just say no, and there's nothing you can do about it. So hopefully this has helped you to dispel some of the myths or sayings, I suppose, out there that you hear. So your nail doesn't need to breathe. It's not alive at any point over here. It's alive over here. Acrylic and gel nails don't damage your nails. It will be either the nail tech overfiling it, or the fact that the extension or gel polish is actually being ripped off the nail, which is going to be ripping off layers of the nail plate. Sorry, not the nail plate, the body of the nail. So nails don't need to breathe. Whoops. So nails don't need to breathe, and acrylics and gel don't damage your nails. The nail tech does, or someone does if they're pulling it off. All right. So yeah, I hope that has helped you. I'm so excited to be back. I apologize. I do apologize if this is a, if this comes across as a, you know, don't do this type of thing. I honestly am not here to poo-poo on any nail techs. I'm only here to educate everyone so that we can keep our nails healthy and keep our bodies healthy as well. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up down below. Also, if you're new, hit that subscribe button so that you can be notified when I put up a new video. Like I said in the beginning, I've got some awesome plans for some new videos coming up. And yeah, I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.